3:30 this afternoon, the introductory press conference for the new general manager of the Phoenix Suns. Our first chance to hear from Brian Gregory since getting the job as Suns GM, and potentially our first chance to change our opinion on things. It's overwhelming, the tepid nature of our opinions of this hire. I shouldn't say that. Our opinions on the hire are strong. I just think a lot of us look at Brian Gregory in this role and go, this is not going to do a good job. We don't think this is the right hire. We're very, very against this hire. Most people. So far, I haven't heard a single person that has jumped up on the table. I'm going to make an obscure reference here. So just everybody prepare yourself. I know for a fact producer Evan is not going to get this reference. So I'm looking.
Lack of confidence.
I'm looking for Michael on this one. I'm looking for John on this one. You know what? I may need Paul on this one. I don't even know if they're going to get it. Nobody is jumping on the table like Tom Cruise was jumping on the couch when he was on Oprah. See, I knew you weren't going to get it. The look in your eye when I shared that. You don't remember this?
No.
So he went on Oprah, and he was just acting like a crazy person. He got up on the sofa and was just jumping up and down. And it's a meme at this point. I'm going to need somebody in the 480-864-1060. Call producer Evan and tell him that I'm correct. I'll look to the YouTube chat. Nobody is jumping up and down the way Tom Cruise was for this hire of Brian Gregory. Now, why that was the analogy that popped into my head, I don't know. But when I said jumping up and down on the table, that's what popped into my head. Nobody's doing that. So when Brian Gregory gets up there at the podium today and meets with the media and answers questions, what do we want to hear from him? Is there anything that we could hear from him that would change our opinion? Now, I think the short answer is no. The short answer is you got to show me. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. This would be the ultimate fool me twice scenario for all of us. We watched Matt Ishbia get up there and say all of the right things at the end of the season. And then this was his first move. Hiring a guy with no experience. Promoting somebody from within instead of looking outside the building to create that big change, that major change that we were expected to get. We didn't get that. We got an internal promotion of a guy who the best thing on his resume from a front office executive perspective is he spent one season in a position that I still think was made up. The VP of player programming. So we bought what Matt Ishbia was telling us. Some of us did. I fell victim to it. After Ishbia met with the media, I said in real time, we reacted to it here on the show. I said, this is a great first start. These are all of the right things that you need to say. This is setting up for them to learn from their mistakes and do the right thing. Now they got to follow up on it. Well, guess what? The follow-up actions did not match those words. So you fooled me in that press conference. You are not going to fool me today. I will not be fooled by what Brian Gregory says or doesn't say in this press conference. I will make my opinion of whether or not this was a good hire or not based on who they hire as a head coach, based on what they get back in a potential Kevin Durant trade, who they draft, what players they bring in to fit this culture. That is how I am choosing to operate. The rest of it is all noise. It's all just a word salad. We'll react to it. Depending on how the Diamondbacks game goes tonight, and depending on exactly what he says, there's a decent chance it could be the daily special tomorrow. There's a chance it could be our top story. Could be. We'll break it down. But I'm not going to believe in anything I hear today. Because remember, I said, you don't have to win the press conference anymore. You don't have to win the press conference with your new head coach. You don't have to win the press conference with your GM hire. I'll give you that because this certainly doesn't win the press conference. But you don't need to do that. You just need to have the actions that we can believe in. Because I can think internally promoting somebody is a bad idea. I can think promoting somebody into the GM chair who has never had a lick of experience in this role is a bad idea. I can think handing the keys to somebody with all of the things that this organization needs to accomplish this offseason to somebody who has never done it before is a bad idea. I can think all of those things right now are true. I can think all of those things are a bad idea and have my opinion be changed. You want to change my opinion? It is not going to be with the words that are said today. Because I can kind of tell you what the words are. If producer Evan pretended to be a member of the media and asked me, pretending to be Brian Gregory, what I'm looking for in the next head coach, he's going to say gritty. He's going to say tough. He's going to say leader. He's going to say culture setter. He's going to say defense.
I think you wrapped it up there.
We can create the bingo card of the words that are going to be used. It's going to be the same words that Matt Ishbia used 2 weeks ago that then led to that gritty change being a promotion of a guy who was in the building when the house of cards came crumbling down. So apologies if I don't get all sort of geared up for a press conference when I'm not in the business of words anymore. I mean, personally, I'm in the business of words because I talk for a living. I'm not in the business of believing your words. I want to see it. You hire the right head coach, you land somebody that I think is a home run from a culture perspective. You grab somebody that's from a winning organization that has some really nice experience, maybe not as a head coach, but as an assistant, working in player development, comes from a defensive background, where maybe is an ex-player, all the boxes that we outlined potentially for this job. If you do all of that, I'm going to support the hire. I will support Brian Gregory. Here is what Brian Gregory has to do, though. I'll support him if he gives me a reason to support him. And right now, while not his fault, Matt Ishbia has given zero reason for me to trust, to believe in Brian Gregory. But I want to. I want to believe that this is the guy that is going to turn things around because it is much better than the alternative. The alternative is a dark, long pathway back to relevancy. John would like to throw in the word teacher on our bingo card. Can we write these down, producer Evan? Can you throw these on the document?
I got you.
So let's do this real quick. Do we want to make like a Family Feud style board of 10? Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll make a big
Good answer.
We'll make a big board of 10 words that we think Brian Gregory is going to say at some point during this press conference. Number one answer, culture, we would like to put on the list.
Culture.
I would like to put, we'll throw John's word on there. Teacher. We'll put teacher on there. Grit and or gritty, we'll put as number 3. Intensity, maybe number 4.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm trying to make sure we cover all the words that we already said. So defense, do we have defense on there?
We do not.
So put defense on there at number 5. Oh, Michael would like to put, he would like to put a phrase. Big changes.
Big changes. That's a good one. That's a good one.
So put that on the list. What else do we think he could say during this press conference that we would want to put on our bingo card? Because what I don't want to do is put something on here and he doesn't say it. I want to go 10 for 10. Read me what we have so far. I have the memory of a goldfish.
We have teacher. We have gritty, intense, defense.
Preparation.
Big changes.
Put preparation on there. Preparation. Put leadership on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Put actions, not words. I like that. That's being a little specific, but I have some confidence in that.
I'm going to put Michigan State.
Oh, I love what you've done there. Yeah, that's like the free space.
Yeah.
That's like the free space. And no, I'm not going to put like Matt Ishbia on there because that's cheating. How many do we have now?
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, including Michigan State. 10,
including Michigan State. So maybe we swap out something for Michigan State because that feels like a cheap one. That feels like a freebie. Now, I one freebie's okay.
You want me to put Steelers?
No. I don't. I think that's also. We'll go with that 10, and maybe in the leftovers we'll make sure. Oh, John, nope. Take Michigan State off. Put motivation. Put motivation on there from John. Put that on there. So those are the 10 words that we think at some point will be uttered from Brian Gregory in his introductory press conference. So we'll see how well we do tomorrow. We'll see if we go 10 for 10.
Love it. This is a good list. I think we're gonna at least go 8 for 10.
Yeah, we have some.
Big changes is specific. Do we count changes if he just says changes instead of big change?
Let's hear the context.
Okay.
We'll see how he says it, and then we'll determine. We'll determine on the air tomorrow.